Tom, one of the things that Tara and I are very passionate about in raising our kids is we want to raise contributing members to society who love Jesus and love others and want to see people in the kingdom. And I mean, that is a journey of trying to figure out what that looks like. What kind of advice or can you bring to that?
Yeah, I won't do it, but I'd love to write a book with the title that says How to Raise High Capacity Adults. High capacity adults has been just something I've been thinking about for many, many years, because as a pastor, I see people have very low bandwidth to handle things, and people can handle a great deal.
Yeah.
And now I understand Fortune 500 companies like to hire the most insecure, neurotic people they can, because they'll kill themselves for approval, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about that. Clearly, that's not what we want,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
But how to be responsible? You don't cover for them. Let them fall, let them go without the lunch, let them get a bad grade because they didn't bring their homework that week or didn't get it done. Like, if you constantly are covering for them, they're not going to learn. And it's hard to see your kids struggle, but it's going to increase their capacity in the future. Expecting them to do their chores and disciplining them when they don't. Expecting the best grades that they can produce. Getting them to work, teaching them how to work and how to work hard is key. And the budgeting thing, teaching them how to manage money, how to be responsible with money. This trips up so many people. One of the third causes for divorce, one of the 67% of Canadians carry an outstanding balance on their credit card.
Yeah.
And budgeting is tough work, man. So that's developing a high capacity. Teaching them not to quit. Perseverance.
Yeah.
Marriage is the hardest thing you're going to do. Raising kids is the second hardest thing you're going to do. If you're a quitter, man, forget it. So you got to teach them how to do that. High expectations, high expectations. We expect our kids to stay virgins till they got married. And my non-church friends and even some of my church friends think we're idiots for that.
Yeah.
But Jesus said, all God expects from you is to be perfect.
It
makes it really easy.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
lowers the bar.
Low bar. Yeah, absolutely.
You need to be perfect like your Heavenly Father's perfect.
Yeah.
So his expectations are high. And his grace is just as high when we blow it.
Yeah.
So as parents, if we've got more than enough grace to match any failure, but super high expectations. So I encourage parents, don't go, well, I couldn't do that when I was a kid, so I can't expect that from them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know who taught me this, probably focused on the family, but I'm launching my kids to do better than I did. I mean, what I had to start with in my life, my kids are getting way better. I expect better of them, right? And when they fail, there's lots of grace.
Yeah, absolutely.
But just because you didn't stay a virgin until you got married, or just because you didn't, stay away from drugs and alcohol, you don't have to expect that of them. You're not a hypocrite.
Yeah.
You go, I expect my kids to make all the dumb mistakes I made too. No. Save them the heartache and have much higher expectations. And they're going to mess up.
Yeah.
And they're going to fall. And that's where you also get to teach them the incredible love of Jesus.
Absolutely.
And grace, and go, hey, what did we learn?
Yeah.
And where do we go from here?
Yeah.
How do we move on? It's a wonderful thing as an adult now to see what kind of capacity your children have.
Yeah.
And then to see, okay, now they're going to raise their kids to have a high capacity, because this life will beat the daylights out of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Life is so hard that if they don't have a high capacity, they are not going to have the kind of life they could have. It's worth all that effort.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing.
My pleasure.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the rest of our segments on parenting over on our channel. For the full parenting seminar, click the link in the description.